Hello everyone, I hope you're doing very well. So the question has been asked from the website, I think. Where are we? Home. Hi there, love your channel, but I think you get that a lot. I was wondering, maybe something for your next vid. Can the JSOW do 180 and still hit the target? So he's asking, can you fire in the wrong direction? Can it turn around and hit the target? Keep up the good work. Well, we never turn anything down, so let's go and have a look. Right, turn at F18 now. Just going to active pause, air to ground, align the JSOW, speed it up. We got TOO, instant fuse. We don't need to go in here. In fact, we can just set that up as quantity 2. Just the alignment. Designate the waypoint. Unpause. Okay. See where we are. We are here about 20 miles south of the airfield here. So what we'll do is we'll head kind of in that direction, kind of like that. Release about there, and that will force the JSOW to do a 180-degree turn. You know, what we don't want to do is go over the target there and then release it, so it has to go back on itself. That's probably almost certainly not going to work. But we can see if we can get it to kind of do a nice slow 10 to 20 or 10 mile arc, 80 degrees around like that. I get the feeling it probably won't work, but we'll give it a go. So if I go about 315 for 15, plenty of altitude, so it's got plenty of, you know, kinetic energy or potential energy. Something like that. Okay, we drop now. That's got to be roughly about a 180-degree turn. Pew. See how we go. Oh, it's not a good start, is it? Oh, there goes one. Look, one's going for it. The other, can't be bothered. No, it's doing its best to turn. It's just not really turning. It looks like it just doesn't have the authority to turn. Because look, it wants to go over there. Look. I think it's turning a bit. Let's go and have a look on there. You can see it's turned a bit away from this guy. You can see it's headed changing slowly compared to this one. But it just hasn't got any pitch authority. So it can't really turn. That's interesting. So the answer is it's not very manoeuvrable at all. And it's managed to deviate by about, you know, I don't know, 20 degrees or something like that. So we can do a little bit of left and right, but not very much. Okay, so let's test that again, but do not give it so much work to do. Let's give it, you know, about 20 degrees. Well, let's try about 45 degrees, something like that. 180 degrees over 10 miles. It just wasn't possible. Let's give that a go. I'm thinking about it. Actually, it does have plenty of pitch authority, doesn't it? Because it can move up and down. So when it rolled, it just didn't want to turn right. I just don't think it's programmed to do it by the feel of it. So, interesting. It's an interesting one. Right, let's get the same stuff done. Pew, pew. So we go kind of more like that. If we release about there, then it's going to have to make a left turn of about 45 degrees. So we say there. If we go to there and fire it aiming in that direction there, it means it's got to make about 40 to 60 degree turn to the left. Let's see if we can do that. So if we go... Okay, so release it now. We're here. We're heading in that direction. It's going to have to deviate left 30 degrees, something like that. Tiny bit further. We're there now. We're heading that direction. So it's going to make about 45 degrees left, so let's fire. Oh, look at him go. Now he can turn. Now he can turn. So it seems that you have to be within parameters and it will turn fine. Look at that, gliding like an albatross. Beautiful. It's a thing of beauty. Yeah, that's going to hit. Thump. Both of them hit. Right. That's pretty cool. So I don't think we need to do much more testing. I've got a good flavour for what it can do. No, you can't bend it right round 180 degrees, and it didn't seem a ballistic problem. It seemed a programming problem. It just wasn't happy doing it. It just kind of gave up. It didn't put the pitch inputs in. But if you go down to about 45 degrees, well, thereabout, it's quite happy to do it. I guess just quickly try something in between. I guess that's the only next logical step, isn't it? I've been saying 180 degrees. I guess what I've meant to be saying is 90 degrees. Yeah, so when I've been talking about 180 degrees, although technically, it would kind of go round that curve, I guess, in fact, really what we're doing is 90 degrees. 180 degrees would be if we fly over the island, and it would kind of loop back on itself. So in that case, we have tried in between already. Let's just do it again because it's fun. So we're just going to give it a bit more of an extreme angle this time. So if we're heading kind of like that at the moment, aren't we? So that would be... If we make about 60, 70 degrees this time. That looks pretty hardcore. So we're there. We are facing there. That would be 90 degrees. So this is about 60, 70 degrees. Maybe 70. Let's try, see what happens. No, it's not going to do it. So you can do it up... Ooh. You can do it up to about, whatever that was, 45 degrees, but it's definitely not good. It just doesn't put any pitch input. It doesn't try if you go any further. And the other one... Oh, no, one of them did it, look. Wow. So that was 70 degrees. This guy didn't do it for whatever reason. He must have been right on the limit. And this guy did do it. So, that shows that... it can be quite manoeuvrable. If you're within about 70 degrees... Wow, it was supersonic, though. If you do within about 70 degrees, then of where we're facing at the time, it can do it. So the answer it is quite a manoeuvrable bird. Pew! Spank! Supersonic. Pretty tough with that. So 70 degrees off bore sight. The JSOW is working late June 2019. I don't think it'll ever be any more manoeuvrable than that. I don't think we'll ever have it where it can kind of do a loop and come back on itself. Cool. Hope you enjoyed that. See you later.